If you're someone that's like a Glossier kind of gal, this is gonna be your jam. Ponytail is very large and in charge and up there today. Alright, so today it is March and April Raves and Rejects. These are my favorites from the last couple months. I usually like to do these videos every other month just so I can thoroughly test everything that I'm talking about before mentioning it in a favorites video. So that's where we're at. I just filmed an IGTV video on this makeup look right here, so if you want to know everything happening, you can check out that video. I really enjoy making IGTVs lately because it's a really different, relaxing kind of thing for me to film because I don't have to talk. So anyways, side note, but a couple of my favorites are on my face right now too. But that video will definitely be up before this video. But if you're excited for April Raves and Rejects, you can give this video a thumbs up. And if you're new here, I upload every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 6 p.m. Pacific time. My light, by the way, like one of the lights I film with, died, like fully crapped out while I was filming the IGTV. So I'm trying a different light right now. So hopefully, I mean, I'm sure we'll all let me know in the comments. Hopefully it looks okay. All right, so one of my many quarantine activities has been testing out different self-tanners because there's literally not ever going to be a more optimal time than now to test out self-tanners, to test out natural deodorants, which I've also been doing. Now's the time, people. So far I think I've tested 4 different self-tanners, and there's one that I am so blown away by. I posted on tweeted maybe like a month or so ago now that I found a gem, like a self-tanner perfection amazing product. This is it. It's the Bondi Sands Aero Ultra Dark. Okay, so there have been so many sponsored posts about this, so I was interested, but I was also like, I just really want to test this. So I ordered this online Walgreens. I think it's around $30, but you can find it on sale sometimes. It is a foam that gives you the most even olive undertone. It's not orange at all. It dries down. It doesn't streak at all. It doesn't come off on my white sheets. Literally every single thing besides the scent, because it does smell like a self-tanner, which doesn't bother me, but I know that does bother some people. It says it's coconut scent. I don't smell coconut at all. It smells like self-tanner. Besides the scent, I really don't think that the formula of this could be any more perfect. It is as close to perfection as I have found in a self-tanner. I've been testing the self-tanners on my legs because obviously I'm still filming. I'm gonna start a clip right here so you can get an idea of what this looks like on. Okay, so it is really difficult to show the accurate color, but here's the Aero Tan. So you can see the difference. Here's my natural skin tone color. Quite a big difference. Love the tone of this one, and it is extremely rare for me that my legs are this even. Usually I get tons of streaking and it doesn't want to stick to like right here especially. And I didn't even shave, you guys. Like, this is it without shaving and just like mildly exfoliating. I can't say enough good things. And I think there's only one shade, I believe. I think the only one is ultra dark. For me, it just looks like a nice medium olive tan. And my boyfriend is very blunt with the self-tanner escapades. Like, he rates them, he reviews them when they're on my legs. A lot of them he thinks look orange. This one, he said, just looked like I was naturally tan and looked really good. So it is approved. Probably just spent about 4 minutes talking about the self-tanner, but it is worth it, you guys, if you're looking out for a new self-tanner. All right, so I actually have a couple raves in here of things that I picked up from YesStyle that are like Korean or Asian beauty brands. That video that I fairly recently posted where I did a full face of K-beauty and stuff, that video was filmed about a month ago, maybe even a little bit more at this point. So even though you're seeing it more recently, I've been testing it in real life for longer. But anyways, one of the magical discoveries that I found is this Clavu Nourishing Care Lip Sleeping Pack. It's basically like the Laneige lip sleeping mask, and I got this because the reviews were saying that it's basically a dupe for that, except way cheaper. So you can get this for $9 or $10 on YesStyle. YesStyle always like changes their prices and puts things on flash sale and stuff. So sometimes you can even get the Laneige lip sleeping mask on there for around the same price. But this one, I feel like as an overnight lip treatment, like lip mask, it actually does a lot more for me than the Laneige one. I love the Laneige. Where is it? I usually have one on my desk. Oh, here it is. I usually use the vanilla one, and I also am almost out of this one, the pink one. I've used this for over a year now, I want to say, and I love this for using during the day. It's like my go-to lip when I just want a really plump, natural looking lip, and it does like lighten and add a little bit of color. So I still like this one better for during the day, but if you're looking for an overnight lip product, this one I feel like does a lot more than the Laneige one. It actually makes my lips feel super moisturized and soft in the morning. It smells like vanilla. It smells amazing. It doesn't lighten quite as much as the Laneige, so again, I like this just for overnight. I don't put this one on during the day because I prefer a little bit of color. Let's just do the other K-Beauty product while we're at it. Para Ink Lasting Cover Foundation. Holy shitsies. I'm wearing this foundation right now. It is dewy, it looks like skin, it melts into your skin. I love how this thing looks on my forehead. I would say it's about medium coverage. You can build it up a little bit. I do like to spot conceal when I wear this. It doesn't crease badly on me. The shade match is pretty dang good. I did order the shade 2. There's only 3 shades because it is a Korean beauty product. So unfortunately, if you don't have a fair complexion, this one probably won't work for you. If Para came out with more shades of this and sold it in other parts of the world, I have no doubt it would be like a top selling foundation. This you can find on YesStyle for around $10-11. Like I said, price fluctuates, but I think I originally got this for like $9. So super affordable. The bottle looks tiny, but it is a full fluid ounce of product. It just looks flawless. Like it looks flawless on camera. It looks flawless in real life. I'm obsessed, you guys. And you know how rare it is for me to say that about a foundation. Like, this is almost up there for me with CYO Life Proof. So let's talk about another base product. This is by Becca. It's their Under Eye Brightening Corrector. This is one of those products that I've actually been using regularly for maybe like 5 or so months now, 5 or 6 months. And I just kind of realized, like, I've never actually talked about this, and it's something that I use very frequently, especially when I'm not filming, because the way I like to use this is on no makeup days where I'm not wearing any foundation, but I usually like to brighten underneath my eyes a bit. So this is a salmon colored corrector. It brightens so well, and I've been trying different correctors. One of them is actually a Reject that I will talk about later on in this video. This one's the best one I found so far. The thing I really like about this is that I don't set it with powder. And again, I typically only use this if I'm doing no foundation stuff. So it's like a very natural kind of look, but I'll just use my Morphe E45. I just dip straight in and focus it towards the inner part of my eye and then bring it in to correct some of the darkness right towards the inner part of my eye, and it just brightens everything up beautifully. It's not drying at all. One more product that I discovered in that K-Beauty video. You guys, if you missed that video, there were so many amazing products I discovered, and it made me want to do another one of those videos. So let me know if you'd want to see that. I'm like blown away with some of the products that I found in that haul. Not that I thought they were going to be bad or anything. I just have never really tried a ton of those brands. Friggin' hate that YesStyle puts their sticky things on the top of everything. Drives me insane. YesStyle? Please don't do that. But this contour shade by Misha is their Cotton Contour in the shade Smoked Hazel. If you have fair skin, you need this. Again, it is under $10. It's affordable. It is the most beautiful cool tone shade without looking ashy. It doesn't pull like gray or anything. It blends out easily. It is just, I think, one of the perfect, if not the most perfect, contour shades I've found so far because it doesn't have that really gray undertone. Some contour shades, especially if you have more of a fair complexion, you can really get a gray look quick, and this one doesn't do that for me. I also really like, if you're on there and you're going to be ordering that anyways, this one is also a really nice shade for bronzer. It's the same product, it's just in the shade Salted Hot Cocoa. So both of these I used in that video. If you want to see how they look on, here's the difference. So this one's definitely quite a bit lighter, more cool tone, but this one is a nice bronzer shade without looking super orange. Pretty sure the other day when I looked, this was on sale for like $5. This is a big last couple months, you guys, because I'm actually mentioning 2 foundations in this video. I will be having a Foundation Friday update video coming where I go through all of the foundations I've been testing recently. I know I've been saying that for a while, but it takes a long time when you're testing so many different products to like have full form thoughts enough to do that video. So I am working on it. It'll come. But this foundation, it's technically BB. They're called BB drops. So it's the Haley's Beauty BB drops in the shade Fair Cool. I did a glass skin makeup tutorial this month where I used these. If you missed that video, I'll link in the eye down below. That video was sponsored by Haley's Beauty. This is not. I'm not getting paid at all to talk about this. This is one of the most unique products I've ever found. If you want that smooth glass skin, light coverage, super dewy skin, it is freaking beautiful. This isn't something that's going to give you a ton of coverage, but it does really even out all of my redness, and I feel like it's a perfect shade match. I like this shade even better than the Para one. It's like a little bit more of a neutral undertone, which I just always prefer on myself. I've also seen them do sales sometimes where this will drop down to like $10. If you're into glowy tinted moisturizers, very natural looking skin, dewy skin, I think you would really enjoy this product. Next up is a brow product that I thought I already mentioned this, but I looked back at my Raves and Rejects and I guess I didn't, but I've been using this for at least a couple months now. It's the CoverGirl Easy Breezy Brow in the shade 115 Deep. I'm wearing it right now. I also have been wearing this LA Girl brow pomade just to shape them a little bit more, but I feel like these two together are like the perfect shade for me. and I can get that kind of more like brushed up look that I've been liking. I like that this brow gel I can use when I'm doing a full face like this, or I can use it if I want to add darkness to my brows, but I'm not doing any other makeup. It almost gives me that look of like right after I tint my brows. If you want to know how to tint your brows at home, I'll link that video down below. It's super easy to do, but in between tints, if my brows are kind of like fading a little bit, I'll go in with this and it locks your brows in place. Like it really sets them, but it doesn't feel as crunchy as some other brow gels to me. Like I don't notice it when it's on my face, but then when I touch my hairs, I mean, they're definitely set, like they're not moving, and it gives you a ton of color and pigmentation on your brows. All right, next up is something from ShopMissA. This was $1, and I keep this in my shower, and it's basically a very gentle exfoliator. So I like to use this if I'm feeling like extra bumpy or dry or something, especially if I'm using a lot of peeling products, which I have been lately. I'll just use this in the shower, not every day, maybe like a few times a week, really just whenever I feel like I need it. I'm not like on a schedule with this thing, you know. I'll just scrub around my nose, scrub right between my eyebrows a little bit, and it's effective, but it's gentle. Like to the touch, it's very soft. I can, at least on my skin, notice a difference after I use this, and sometimes I'll put like some kind of face wash or something on it, but other times I'll just go straight in with this with nothing on it. This thing's great. Another product from ShopMissA. This is their sponge. I need to clean mine. This has been magical for my under eye powder. I use it dry, it is soft, it is like that velvety sponge kind of situation like the Juno & Co one, but I prefer this one. It's a lot more squishy and soft. If you missed it, this month I did a Foundation Friday on my concealer routine. It goes in depth about how I've been getting the most flawless under eyes for me lately and what's been working, and this sponge is part of that magic. It's a couple bucks, I think it's $1.55. It's a game changer. Wow, I just realized I've had my coffee on the heater thing and haven't taken a sip for about 2 hours since I've been filming. Next couple products are perfect if you like that spring, really fresh face, soft pink kind of look. So the first one, let's talk about Billie. I've been using this very frequently, like maybe every other day or so. This is a tinted chapstick, basically. They make a few different ones. This is definitely my favorite. I have tried the other ones. It's very creamy and almost melty, so make sure you're not leaving this like in the sun because I have a feeling it would melt. Like mine is even looking pretty melty already. It looks fuchsia, but when it's on your lips, it's for sure a pink, but it's not overpowering, and it just gives you that like baby pink kind of look. I use this in... was it the glass skin video? Yeah, I use this also in the glass skin video. I feel like this is the perfect spring lip when you don't want to use a lipstick, and I've even been using this on days where I'm doing no other makeup just to look a little bit more alive. If you're someone that's like a Glossier kind of gal, this is going to be your jam. So the other product to give you that fresh-faced, springy pink look that I've been loving is the CoverGirl Clean Fresh Cream Blush in the shade Sweet Innocence. I almost just went straight in the donate bin because I usually am not a fan of cream blushes at all. I find that a lot of them like take the coverage away from the product underneath, and usually if I'm doing like more of a natural creamy no powder kind of look, I have natural redness on my cheeks that comes through, so I'm usually like, I'm not trying to look pinker than I already am, you know, but this shade and the formula is freaking beautiful, you guys. Let me just swatch this for you. I also use this in the glass skin makeup look, and even on days where I'm not putting any other thing on my face, I just really like this because it's super glowy without being like gross glittery. It just has a really nice sheen. Look at that. I feel like this is going to be beautiful for summer. They do make other shades of this. Again, Glossier. It also blends out really easily just using your fingers. That's the way I like to apply it. Okay, I have a couple more Raves here and then we'll get into the rejects. So this lip liner by Kokie, I've been reaching for if I just want a nude lip. It is one of those lip liners that is such a good go-to shade if you're going more warm nude or cool nude. This is the shade 515 Warm Nude. And I use this in the Thick Wing I Do TV video if you want to see how it looks. It's retractable, which I love. You don't have to sharpen it. It goes on really easily. It doesn't like drag or anything, and it's pretty long lasting. So I just overall like the formula and really like the color of this if you need a good nude lip liner. Bronzer, Essence Sudden Club Matte Bronzing Powder. I love this shade right here. Sometimes I'll even mix, like do a mix of all of them, or like mix this one with the darkest one because it's a little bit more cool tone than these. Oh, wow, it's hard to do this backwards in the viewfinder than these two. That was challenging. This shade though, if you have fair skin, but you like a little bit of a more warm bronzer, which I usually don't. I like it if it's warm, but not too orange. And that's what this kind of gives me. It blends out really easily. It doesn't pick up the product underneath. It's like the perfect amount of pigmentation. I also use this in an IGTV. I think it was the Lilac Eyes one. And then last rave is a nail product, and I could make an entire video about nails, press-on nails. Oh my god, I've gone on such a press-on nail journey the last month or so. Let me know if you guys want to see a video on it. I am waiting until I've like really tested a lot of them and also tested how to remove them, because the first time I removed them, yeah, it didn't go very well. I think I put way too much glue on. Like, they were not coming off at the 2.5 week point. I could not get them off. It took me 2.5 hours to get them off, literally. But anyways, once I become a little bit more experienced in the press-on nail field, let me know if you'd want to see a video on it. But in the meantime, in between the press-ons, I've been using this top coat that I discovered. I've used Seche Vite in the past, but this is the Instant Gel Effect top coat, and I like this one so much more than the original. The original, I found it didn't dry down quickly on me, and that was like the one thing with Seche Vite that people usually say, is that it's like a salon look quick dry top coat. And compared to other top coats I was using, it just didn't dry down on me as quickly. But I wanted to give this one a go because it had really good reviews on Amazon, I think. And this one is friggin' magical. This one is quick drying. It does that thing where you put it on and it almost like spreads evenly across the rest of your nail. And this just creates kind of like a nice thick layer over everything. If you're looking for a new top coat, leaves your nails super shiny, it does give you that like salon gel kind of look. So loving this. All right, folks, it is reject time. Let's get into the fun. So this is kind of weird timing because this video you guys won't even be seeing for a couple weeks, I think. I did a Charlotte Tilbury one brand tutorial, and this product was a major reject for me after I've played around with it more. I keep pushing back that upload because there's just other videos that I've been wanting to get up before that one, but you guys will be seeing that video soon, and I'll be trying this for the first time in that video, but really I've been testing this for a long time now. So this is the Charlotte Tilbury, basically a color corrector concealer, and this is in the shade One Fair. It's the lightest one. I have tried this basically in the same way that I wear the Becca one, and I thought this might be a good kind of substitute, or just this is how I was testing it on like no makeup days. I did the same thing where I like didn't powder it or anything, and it makes my under eyes look so dry and so crepey. And for having no other product on, it just looks like I'm wearing like a heavy, full-on, thick product underneath my eyes and looks very drying and just not good. So for me, the Becca one is way better than this one. I think Jessica Braun is who I saw talk about the Bobbi Brown color corrector. Yeah, it was Jessica. She was talking about the Bobbi Brown one. I do want to try that one to see what I think of it now that I'm in this like color correcting mood, apparently. But this one, I think you could just save your money, and this is not cheap either. So, all right, we have another natural deodorant. How many natural deodorants have been in my Raves and Rejects? This is new from Tom's. It's their prebiotic natural deodorant in the scent Clean Coast. It smells really good. It smells amazing. Doesn't work. Just doesn't work. I even tried this as like I would put on my Old Spice in the morning, and then before I work out in like the afternoon or something, I'll use this as like a touch up before I work out. This makes me actually smell worse. Like, it gives you BO. Even if I use it as like essentially a second layer of deodorant, there's something in this that just makes me smell awful. I've also tried it like after showering at night, where I'm literally just going to bed and then I'll wake up smelling horrible. So this was a big no for me. I am trying Native right now. I'm going to keep trying Native and see what I think of it. Native, I think, is the most popular one that whenever I talk about natural deodorants, it seems like Native works the best for most people. Next, we have a sunscreen that I was very excited to try. I think just because of the packaging, honestly. Just something about this is so pretty to me. But this is the new Copper Tone Pure and Simple for Face SPF 50. It says it won't clog pores. There's no parabens, fragrances, dyes. It just was kind of a letdown. It basically is just like a very traditional white, super greasy sunscreen. It doesn't even really seem like a face sunscreen to me. It just is like the kind of sunscreen like copper tone stuff that you used to slab on as a kid, and it would just be super greasy. Like, that's basically what this is. I would just say skip it. All right, next up is a product from Givenchy, and I really like one of their bronzers. I think I mentioned it and I've used it in some video, but this is their highlight in the shade 00 Moonlight. I was very drawn to this because of the shade. Just looking at it, since it's not like a super shimmery highlight, I kind of was thinking maybe it would be similar to this, like I could use it in a similar way. This is the Hourglass Ambient Ethereal Light Powder, where it's just like a brightening powder, but it's not going to be really a highlight. But this, you guys, does literally nothing when it's on your face. It actually is looking better on my hand right now than when it's actually on your face, but it's kind of just like chalky nothing, like when you blend it onto your skin. Personally, I can't see anything, and for the price, I mean, I just don't think it's worth it at all. Then we have this Pan Stick Foundation by Max Factor. I don't even know if they still make this, so I don't even know if it's worth mentioning in this video. But I tried this when my dad and I did a video together where I got ready and he answered your guys' questions. If you missed that video, it's a good one. It's a good, like, uplifting, good mood kind of video. So if you need a good laugh, watch that video. I used to really like this when I had oily skin. I tried it in a 15 days foundation, and on my skin now, it just looked so cakey. It was creasing horribly, and I actually tried it a second time after that video too, just to make sure, and it's a no. It's a no from me, dog. And then last reject is this product from Coco Kind. So they sent a box of stuff to try. I haven't liked any of it, but this one I feel like was especially bad. I looked them up. They're kind of like affordable skincare at Target is the gist that I got. And I think their most popular product is their Chlorophyll Mask. It's like a loose green powder mask, which I did try as well. It made me super dry and I did not like it. But maybe if you have oily skin, it would be good. But this is the Resurfacing Sleep Mask. It says overnight mask for youthful skin. I usually really like these kind of products, like the smoothings, resurfacing kind of products. I tried this 3 times. Every time I woke up with my skin not only like very dry in the morning, but it almost looked more dull. So if you see them in Target and you're curious about anything, I would just say save your money, try out The Ordinary instead, because that is affordable skincare that's actually effective. So those are all of my raves and rejects for the last couple months. Let me know what your guys' favorite products have been, and if you try any of these, do let me know how it goes for you. I love hearing about how products have worked, or if you tried any from my last raves and rejects, like February, let me know down below how those went. I know a lot of you have bought the Paula's Choice BHA that I mentioned, and that makes me so happy because that's one of my favorite products of all time. But yeah, let me know down below how things work out for you, whether you liked it or you didn't like it. I am curious either way. Products always work differently for different people, so do your research. You know, this is just my experience with products and how they work for me. I also have a lot of kind of more lifestyle, chill, at-home kind of favorites. So that video will be coming on Wednesday because I have a lot of stuff I wanted to talk about in that category as well. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, you can give it a thumbs up. I hope you guys are doing okay, and I love you guys. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.